23 августа 1996 года в Детройте прошел контрольный матч перед Кубком Мира между сборными России и США. Стоит сказать, что многие болельщики на Джо Луис-арене поддерживали именно российскую сборную, ведь в то время в Детройте уже образовалась русская пятерка. В тот вечер на лед вышли Сергей Федоров, Игорь Ларионов, Вячеслав Козлов, Павел Буре, Сергей Зубов, Николай Хабибулин, Сергей Гончар, Александр Могильный, Алексей Ковалев, а также Майк Мадана, Брэд Халл, Фил Хаусли, Майк Рихтер, Пэт Лафонтейн, Кит Качак и другие звезды мирового хоккея.
Both teams line up out at center ice. Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars will go in for the draw against Sergei Fedorov. Gary Fraser drops the puck out at center ice, and we're underway for World Cup hockey action. Hands it ahead to Zubov, back deeper into his own zone to Gonchar. Out center ice to Igor Larionov, pass over the line. Here's Burry moving in, fakes the shot. He hit the side of the goal. He had Richter pulled down, poked it into the corner. Now John LeClaire will scoop it up. He's pushed around the corner. Now the puck sent right out in front. A backhand try and a shot wide of the goal. No score first period. Zubov drives it in behind the goal. Puck eluded. Richter goes into the corner. Larionov will keep it in at the blue line. Igor into the slot. Pass off the circle. Quick shot and Richter made the save. May have gotten a stick on that one. Deflected it away. Into the corner. Burry lays it back in the line. Here's Gonchar with a drive, and that was redirected out in front. Into the corner. And it's shoveled down the ice by Team USA. Now Chambers whistles it across inside his own blue line. Out center ice pass to Billy Guerin on the move over the line. Fires the long shot, and Bobby Bulin got his blocker on that one, deflected it away. Into the corner, it's dug out. Puck moved in between the circles. Pile up of players on the doorstep, finally cleared away. And it comes to the blue line. And it's kept in by Kevin Hatcher, rolls it into the corner. Now the puck picked up by Kachuk. Chuck moves it right out in front of the goal, and that puck tapped away by Kozlov. We played 6 minutes of the first period. Still no score in this hockey game. The puck in behind the Team Russian goal. Here's Modano with a backhand try. That puck loose right out in front, and a quick shot wide of the goal. Boy, Team USA came close again. And the puck drove by Team Russia down the ice. John LeClaire sends a backhand to the blue line. It's shot in behind the goal. Now chasing it down, a backhand try right out in front. Another save out in front of the goal. Another chance, this time by Amani. And Nikolai Habibulin, as we talked in the pregame, making several nice saves and goal. Into the corner, it's dug out, placed back in the line. Here's Hatcher driving the shot wide of the goal. Now the puck picked up and back the other way comes Zamnov. Up over the line, little drop pass. Off the circle, and coming back on a nice play, taking him off the puck. Here's Zubov out at center with it. Little feed pass ahead, Zamnov trying to split the defense. He ran into Sean Chambers. Nice play, plays it ahead, 2-on-1. Up over the line, Smolinski cruising in, fires the shot, and Bobby Bulin went down and made the pad save. Teams have had several golden opportunities. Puck comes back on the line. Here's a quick shot, and that's steered away by Richter in that Team USA goal. Into the corner. It's picked up by Kevin Hatcher. He'll lay it out center ice, racing hard for it. Konowalchuk inside the Russian blue line. He was beaten to the puck. Now Deadmarsh works his way in the slot, snaps it just wide of the goal.
There's some big men out there.
Both teams playing for a side now, just under 5 minutes to play. Here's Amani moving in with a shot, and Habibulin made a terrific pad save in that Team Russian goal. Now Burre cuts his way in between the circles. He was taken down, and Hatcher will pick it up for Team USA. He's worked over by Yashin. Puck loose out in front. Look out. Here's a quick shot, and they score. Nemchinov fires it in. It's 1-0 Team Russia.
Was left alone in his own zone. His teammates all started leaving the zone. Too many Russian players left in the zone, and looks like Nemchinov ended up getting the puck, breaking in, beating Mike Richter, his own teammate in New York, low to the stick side. So I guess he knows where Richter's weak spots are. Here's the goal coming up. Darian Hatcher kind of loses the puck. He's kind of outmanned. You can't blame Darian on this goal. You got to look at Phil Housley, kind of left the zone a little prematurely.
Puck back into the USA zone. It's tapped ahead, and here they come. Long pass out center, breaking over the line. Kachuk fires the shot, and Habibulin got a piece of it and deflected it away.
I mentioned earlier, Ken, you know, once there's a breakdown, the Russians will make you pay for it.
Now here's a chance by McGillney. He tried to make them pay for it on the mistake. And a nice save by Mike Richter, and Bill Housley out center ice. Nada Smolinski on the move. Carries up over the Team Russia line. Snaps the long shot. Saved by Habibulin. And the rebound shot by Leclerc, wide of the goal. Boy, Leclerc has had his chance. Second period underway. Here's McGillney, quickly up over the line. Little feed pass ahead to Fedorov, who slams it off the boards and behind the Team USA goal. Richter steers it into the corner. And who scored, Nemchinov, tosses it into the corner again as they battle for that puck and along the boards. Fedorov trying to dig it away. It's sent right out in front. Here's a quick shot and they score. 2-0 Team USA or Team Russia. And a quick shot results in a goal.
Another shot between the legs of Mike Richter. A little breakdown in the defensive zone, a game by Team USA.
Oleg Tverdovsky, John, with the goal. His first goal tonight comes quickly, 34 seconds into the second period.
And 32, Tverdovsky was able to walk into the slot here and get the shot away. In all honesty, I think Richter realizes he should have had that shot. It wasn't a hard shot at all. Squeaked through his leg.
Now quickly center ice. Here's Alexei Yashin over the Team USA blue line. Off the circle, centering pass out in front. It was broken up. Kovalenko was going for that puck. Now Yashin tries to slam it home on the wraparound. And Richter will hang on to it with the glove hand. Chambers digs it out, plays it around the boards, pinching in Brian Leach. He snaps the shot wide of the goal. Back on the line. Chambers couldn't keep it in. Look out. Turning back the other way. Here's Kovalev moving into the circle. He scores! He fired that shot high into the top part of the goal, and it's 3-0 Team Russia.
Once again, a little breakdown at the blue line. Sean Chambers was unable to keep the puck in the zone, and it's ironic. Here you got Leach and Richter. Here you got Kovalev with the New York Rangers being forced by Brian Leach coming down to take a shot on Mike Richter. All three of those players with the New York Rangers. It's kind of ironic. Again, Kovalev going high, stick side on Richter. Richter going down a little prematurely, but you had three Rangers there.
Off the circle, comes back on the blue line. Gonchar over to Zubov, moving in, takes the shot. Zubov spins away at the blue line, hands it in front. McGillney with a shot, and Richter made the save. Zubov keeps it in. Off the circle, McGillney taps it out in front of the goal, and then Chinoff on the doorstep. Now Zubov with a backhand try, wide of the goal. Into the corner, Leclerc dug it free, sent it between the circles. Trying to pull the trigger there in the slot was Hull, and he lost control of the puck. And Team Russia come back the other way. Puck snapping along the board. Zubov in deep, laid it out in front of the goal. Here's a quick shot, and Richter made the save. Team Russia setting up in that Team USA zone. The puck along the far boards, back in the line. Here's Contra with a drive, a screenshot. Richter the save, he's down. And the rebound cleared the length of the ice by Team USA. Now Zhitnik will work it into the corner. Goes after it himself, didn't clear the zone. Look out off the circle. Here's a quick shot. Hobby Bull in the save, rebound, scores! Kevin Hatcher took the initial shot, and the rebound was put in, and that's the first goal of the night for Team USA.
You know, it's interesting because Ron Wilson decided to juggle the lines a little bit. He threw Leclerc out there with Waite and Hull on this line combination. So he did change the lines around, trying to get something going here. Obviously down 3-0, now down only 3-1. So it paid off for Ron Wilson, juggling the lines up a little bit. There comes a shot. Happy Bull and big save. Rebound right there for Brett Hull. Quick sweep with the backhand.
Usually on a scoring chance, they will call the penalty, but they didn't. Now look out, right out in front of the goal. Leclerc with a chance, and Hobby Bulin sprawled in the goal crease and somehow knocked that one away. USA and Alexei Yashin of Team Russia.
We got a little boo in the rink, Ken, because the center ice screen just highlighted Stu Grimson in the stands, so the fans were yelling Stu, I guess.
Here's a quick screenshot. A lot of traffic out in front. Hobby Bulin jumped up in the air and knocked it away. A beautiful save
in the crease area.
55 seconds remaining in the Team USA power play. 3-1 Team Russia with the lead. Exhibition hockey at the Joe Louis Arena. Now a centering pass. Here's a quick shot by Suter. He scores! He got the pass and fired it in. And we've got a hockey game. It's 3-2.
That was a pretty setup. It was a nice play. I'm trying to get a replay here to see who made the pass across to Gary Suter, who made a nice touch shot here into, obviously into the net. Beautiful play here. Kevin Hatcher back to, still can't get that number there, Mike Modano. Great play by Mike Modano here. Sees Suter going towards the net, threads the needle right to Suter, and it found a hole.
Team USA trails by a goal. Here comes Fedorov marching over the line, has the puck in the corner, sends it out in front. And that one rolled right towards Richter. Bure stick handling off the rim of the right circle. Drops it down low. Lariano back to Bure. Working the perimeter now. Concho with a screenshot. It's loose on the doorstep. Lariano with a chance. And Richter kicked his goalie pad out. Made the save. The penalty is over. And we've got a whistle. Another penalty called. Top of the goal. It deflects off the glass. Now it's picked up. And played by Nemchinov. Out at center to Fedorov. Up over the line to McGillney. Here's McGillney moving it right out in front. Cutting for the net. Nemchinov. And he didn't get his stick on the puck. Snapped it into the corner again. Billy Guerin working hard. He ran into his man. That was Fedorov. And the puck tapped out center ice. Here's Leclerc up over the line at the circle. Drops it back. Moving in towards the goal. Here's a shot. And they score! Doug Weight fires it in. And the hockey game is tied at 3.
Doug Weight showing good patience on this goal. He had an opportunity to dish it off to another teammate. Chose to take a shot. Right choice. Picked the far corner, it looks like, on Javi Bullen. Here's the replay coming up. Here's Weight playing a 2-on-1 against the Russian defenseman. Chose to shoot. You can't see it on this angle.
Played it back on the blue line. Jitnik will work it off the circle. Here's Yashin moving in. Snap the shot. Richter sprawling the goal to make the save. Nemchinov over the Team USA line. McGillney passes it back on the line. Here's Gonchar off the circle. Back on the line. Gonchar with a shot, and that one redirected out in front of the goal. Fedorov taps it back on the line to Sergei Gonchar off the circle now. Far side. Let's tap back on the line. Gonchar to Fedorov. Fedorov swings it over on the far side. Still a two-man advantage. 4:32 seconds off the circle. Here's a quick shot by Zubov. And Richter came up with a save and some pushing and shoving off. His brother is a pretty big boy himself, Kevin Hansen.
Kevin's a big boy also. A little more offensive-minded than Darian is. Of course, like we mentioned earlier, Kevin now playing in Pittsburgh this upcoming season.
Still a two-man advantage for Team Russia. 19 seconds. Gonchar with a drive. Richter the save. Rebound. They score. Sergei Fedorov put it in. A power play goal, and Team Russia has a 4-3 lead.
We got some cheers coming from the crowd. We talked about that at the start of the game, whether the fans here would cheer if one of the Red Wing players did something, and they're cheering for him. Actually, a few of them are standing up.
There's Sergei Fedorov making his way over the Team Russia players bench. He takes a look up at the scoreboard at center ice. First goal tonight comes at 19:37. And anytime you can score a power play goal, John, in the final minute of play, you're doing something good.
Well, what happens here is Team Russia crowds in front of the net. Fedorov does a great job anticipating the shot coming.
Pick it up for Team Russia, and he'll move it out center. Puck intercepted. Here's Amani back the other way, drops it back. Quick drive by Smolinski. That puck crossed the blue line, and we're all tied up 4 goals apiece. John, a strange goal, but we're all tied up.
Good shot by Smolinski, and I can't quite figure out what happened in front of the net there, Ken. There was a scramble. It looks like Amante is being credited for the goal. We'll get a replay here and get a better view of exactly what happened there in front of the net. Here it comes here. Monty, good drop pass here to Smolinski. Nice shot, keeps it low. Actually, that went off the defenseman's hockey stick. And if I'm not mistaken,
minute and a half remaining in the penalty time to McEachran. Puck goes into the corner, sent right out in front of the goal. Back on the line, Shipnick fires the shot, loose out in front. Larionov waits and shot the puck, but behind the play, we had a whistle and another penalty call. Pavel Bure in the penalty box, so both teams playing 4 aside for 1:05. Here's Madonna working in, shot the puck. Javi Bullen made a terrific save in that Team Russian goal. Now here's a shot off the circle by Keith Tkachuk. Here's Tkachuk dropping it back on the blue line to Chambers. Chambers keeps it in on a nice play. Now lost it. Look out, here comes Larionov and Bure back the other way. Kozlov trails on the play, cuts middle of the ice off the left circle, snaps the shot, rebound, Larionov scores! Igor fires it in, and Team Russia takes a 5-4 lead. So another Detroit Red Wing with a big goal. This time it's Larionov.
We've got some fans standing. They're excited, they're happy, got the goal. Red Wing fans applauding Igor Larionov. Similar type play, Ken. Rebound this time. Guy Hebert could not stop him. as in the second period when Richter stopped him. Kozlov makes a good play, goes to the middle, gets the shot on net. Habibulin has problems controlling the rebound.
Made the stick save. Back quickly comes Team Russia. Up over the line, here's Yashin off the circle, snaps the shot, rebound right out in front. And Hebert made a save and goal. Puck picked up by Hatcher. Team Russia working the perimeter now, deep in that USA zone. Fedorov to pick it up, plays it off the side of the goal to Mogilny, back to Fedorov. Billy Guerin back on, play still deep in the zone, and Fedorov scores! He redirected it in behind Hebert, and for Fedorov, that's his second goal of the hockey game. It's now 6-4 Team Russia.
Just perfect. Perfect give and go. Fedorov around the hash marks, gives it to Mogilny in the corner. Fedorov goes to the net, gets it back to Mogilny. Great shot. Far side, blocker side on Hebert. Fedorov buries it.
There's a look at Sergei. He's a happy guy getting tapped on the head, and I'll tell you what, the Red Wing players really contributing in this hockey game tonight.
Good play. Fedorov back to Mogilny in the corner. Nice pass back to Fedorov. Nobody picks him up as he breaks the net.
Now Scott Young working hard in the corner. Passed in behind the goal. Doug Waite, turnaround centering pass. Ends up between the circles. Housley with a chance. Pad save made in goal by Habibulin, and Team USA had a chance that time. Back over the line, Kovalev fires the shot, and Hebert stuck the pad out and made the save. 6:11 to play in the third period. 6-4 Team Russia with the lead. Now Kachuk quickly back over the line. He's got the open lane, fires the shot, and that one, don't believe John made it through to
I don't know if that did, but I tell you, Ken, that was a great save. He just made it with his right foot, or I'm sorry, his left foot on Phil Housley.
Madonna with a chance, two chances, and Habibulin down on his knees made the save, and a penalty call coming up, I believe, to Team Russia. Back off the circle, Leach drops it back. Here's Housley with it. Housley fires the long shot. It's loose on the doorstep. Habibulin made the save and cradles that puck along the ice. A lot of pushing and shoving. Tverdovsky in the middle of that pushing and shoving. Here's Brett Hull winding up out at center. Pass up over the line to Hatcher. Hatcher in front. And Habibulin again with a heads-up save in the goal crease. And between the circles, Nemchinov will lay it ahead to Fedorov, looking for the hat trick in this game. He's got a pair. Over the line to Tverdovsky, centering pass out in front of the goal. That puck loose on the doorstep. Here's Fedorov with a chance in his bid for the hat trick. Fired it wide of the goal. Sergei with another good chance here. Two goals here by Larionov, the other by Fedorov. The difference. Here's Kevin Hatcher with a quick snapshot, and that's steered away. Hatcher picks up the loose puck in the corner. Barry Suter to pick it up 50 seconds ago here in the third period. Here's a long drive from the blue line. Tapped away by Hebert. Now turnaround shot hit the side of the goal to the corner. 9 seconds to play in the game. Puck loose out in front. It's cleared away by Team Russia all the way back into the USA zone as time expires. It's played out center ice. This hockey game comes to an end. And Team Russia has defeated Team USA 6-4 in this exhibition game at the Joe Louis Arena. And again, we welcome you back to the Joe Louis Arena. Terrific hockey game tonight. 6-4 the final, John. Team Russia with two big goals, both scored by Detroit Red Wing players. And they end up undefeated again. 4-0 is their record in exhibition play, and they're on a roll right now.